Привет, добро пожаловать на мой канал. Hello and welcome to my channel. Short story number 29 out of 365. Она сама нашла ответ. And the title is Она сама нашла ответ. First, we are going to write the first part. I'm not going to translate it. I will ask you to try and translate it sentence by sentence, and we are going to translate it together at the end of the first part. Хорошо, let's start. Линда уже несколько месяцев изучает русский язык, sorry. Линда уже несколько месяцев изучает русский язык. Линда уже несколько месяцев изучает русский язык. Каждый день она читает короткие рассказы и учит новые слова. Каждый день она читает короткие рассказы и учит новые слова. Каждый день она читает короткие рассказы и учит новые слова. Однажды она читала интересную историю. Однажды она читала интересную историю. Однажды она читала интересную историю. Very good. Итак, let's translate it and talk about pronunciation and grammar. So, она сама нашла ответ. She found the answer by herself. Сама means by herself. This is feminine because we're talking about она, she. She by herself. Нашла, found. This is feminine as well because she found, она нашла ответ. Found the answer. Or not stressed will be pronounced as a. Она, but don't forget about stress. Stress the correct vowel in this word. Она. Хорошо. Она сама нашла ответ. She by herself find the answer. Линда уже несколько месяцев изучает русский язык. Linda already for a few months is learning Russian language. Lинда уже несколько, or not stressed, pronounced as a, right? Месяцев, same with all the vowels. All the vowels are reduced. They are pronounced a little bit differently if they're not stressed. Some of them more, like o, for example, it is pronounced as a. Some less. For example, here, месяцев. This ya will be pronounced as e. Месяцев. And this ye as well. So when ye is not stressed, it's pronounced as e. And ya almost always is pronounced as e as well. Месяцев изучает русский язык. Here the same. Ya not stressed, pronounce it as e. Язык. But don't forget about stress. Do not stress this letter, the first vowel, stress u. Язык means language or tongue. In this context, it means language. Хорошо. Каждый день она читает короткие рассказы и учит новые слова. Every day she reads short stories and learn new words. Каждый день она, she, or not stressed, читает, same here, читает короткие рассказы и учит новые слова. Слова. Хорошо. Однажды, once, one day, однажды, once upon a time, однажды она читала интересную историю. One time she was reading an interesting story. An interesting story. Интересную историю. In this context, рассказ and история are synonyms. Интересная история, interesting story, and короткие рассказы, short stories. Хорошо. What about verbs? What verbs did I use here? Imperfective or perfective aspect? Let's check. So, Linda уже несколько месяцев изучает. Linda already for a few months is learning or studying learning or studying. So it is a process. So of course we will use a verb in imperfective aspect. Изучать. It's not a one-time action, not a finished action to use perfective here. It's imperfective. Изучает. Каждый день, every day. Of course, after каждый день, which means every day, the verb will be in imperfective because it happens every day. Каждый день она читает, every day she reads. Reads. Imperfective. Учит and learns every day. Imperfective as well. The verb учить. Однажды она читала. Once, one time, she was reading. It was a process. So, of course, imperfective as well. Imperfective. The verb читать in imperfective here. Хорошо. What about cases? Linda уже несколько месяцев. So, Linda, of course, is in nominative because it's the subject of this sentence. Несколько месяцев. After несколько, already for a few months, several months. So, several, after several, the noun will be in genitive. So, this word requires genitive case. Месяц will become месяцев in genitive. We don't need this information anymore. So, genitive case. Месяцев. So, after few or several, the noun will be in genitive case. Да. Месяцев. So, месяц, nominative, месяцев, genitive. If you don't know the endings, you can Google, find the table, Russian genitive case endings, and you will see all the endings here. Here, месяц is masculine, but here we used it in plural, right? Few months. So it's месяцы. In genitive plural, the ending is ев. You can check that. Хорошо. Next. Изучает русский язык. She studies Russian language. Russian language here is an accusative because it's the direct object of the verb изучает. She studies what? Russian language. She studies what? Math. She studies what? Chemistry. All these nouns will be in accusative case. So русский язык is an accusative. But nothing will happen here, nothing will be changed. The endings will remain the same because it's masculine. Masculine accusative inanimate will not change. So русский язык is an accusative, but it will remain the same. It looks like nominative, but you should know that it's accusative. Because if we would have math here, математика, which is feminine, the ending would change to математику, у ending. But русский язык will remain the same because it's masculine. Next. Каждый день is the expression of time, so we use accusative as well. Каждый день, but nothing will change here because it's masculine. Каждый день, masculine. Хорошо, next. Она читает короткие рассказы. She reads short stories. She reads what? Short stories. Accusative case. Direct object, short stories. is the direct object of the verb читает. Короткие рассказы. Читает что? Reads what? Short stories. Accusative. Accusative plural, nothing will change. Will remain the same. Короткие рассказы. И учит новые слова. Same here. And learns new words. New words is an accusative. Nothing will be changed because it's plural. Новые слова. But this is accusative. Хорошо, next. Однажды она читала интересную историю. Now we will use accusative as well, but we will have the endings here that will change. ую and eu. In accusative case, why? Because it's feminine. Feminine accusative does change. So, читала, read what? An interesting story. Because it's feminine, the endings will change to ую and eu. Интересную историю. This is an adjective in accusative, and this is the noun in accusative case. Очень хорошо. Very good. Now let's pronounce all the sentences with me out loud. I will give you time to repeat. Try to imitate my pronunciation. Она сама нашла ответ. Линда уже несколько месяцев изучает русский язык. Каждый день она читает короткие рассказы и учит новые слова. Однажды она читала интересную историю. Very good. Let's continue with our short story. And the next sentence is. И следующее предложение у нас. So, однажды она читала интересную историю. Once she was reading an interesting story. В тексте было одно новое слово. В тексте было одно новое слово. В тексте было одно новое слово. Try to translate this sentence by yourself. Попробуйте перевести это предложение. So, в тексте было одно новое слово. Линда открыла словарь и нашла это слово. Линда открыла словарь и нашла это слово. Линда открыла Линда открыла словарь и нашла это слово. Линда открыла словарь и нашла это слово. Теперь она знала это слово. Теперь она знает это слово. Теперь она знает это слово. We can use знала as well, but I think this choice is more common for you to know it. Хорошо. So, в тексте было одно новое слово. Да, very good. In the text there was one new word. Одно новое слово. В тексте было одно новое слово. Отлично. So, было, on that stressed, pronounced as a. Одно, one, одно. Here one is a neuter because we're talking about new word. Word is neuter, the adjective is neuter, and this numeral is neuter as well. Одно новое слово. Новое слово. You should you should pronounce all the words correctly from the beginning, taking into consideration these rules with or, which is not stressed, yeah, which is not stressed, and how they change. Because if you will get used to pronounce words incorrectly, it will be very hard to change after. Хорошо. So, next. Линда открыла словарь и нашла это слово. Linda opened the dictionary and found this word. Yes, very good. So, открыла, словарь, и нашла это слово. Хорошо. Next. Теперь. So, what is very important here is to reduce this vowel, which is not stressed, and stress this vowel. A very common mistake is when you reduce this vowel for some reason to stress it. But it's incorrect, because if you reduce one vowel, that means that it's not stressed, right? So you have to stress another one. Теперь она знает это слово. Now she knows this word. Теперь она знает это слово. Очень хорошо. Let's talk about verbs. Linda открыла. Linda opened the dictionary. One-time action, finished action. So here we will use a verb in perfective aspect. Perfective. Открыла. И нашла and found. The verb найти in perfective as well. Found, one-time action, finished action. She found this word. The action is finished, done. We have a result. Теперь она знает. Now she knows. She knows. Perfective, one-time action, finished action. Perfective. This word. Хорошо. What about cases? В тексте было одно новое слово. Где, where, in the text, location. So this is prepositional case. Prepositional case shows us a location. We have a preposition в here. Было одно новое слово. Was one new word. After было, it was there, it exists. The nouns, the adjectives will be in nominative case. Nominative, things that exist. So it exists there. Everything here is in nominative case. Одно новое слово. Nominative. The way nominative is the way you find words in a dictionary. Хорошо. Линда открыла словарь и нашла это слово. Linda opened the dictionary. Dictionary here is an accusative case. Accusative, because it's the direct object of the verb открыла. She opened what? Dictionary. Accusative. Nothing will change because it's masculine. И нашла это слово and found what? This word. Accusative as well. Accusative, because it's the direct object of the verb нашла, found. Теперь она знала это слово. And again, это слово is in accusative. Now she знает, sorry. Now she knows what? This word. Accusative case. Nothing will change because it's neuter. Neuter accusative endings will remain the same. Очень хорошо. I will ask you to let me know in comments what words were new for you. I'm very curious about that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you tomorrow. Целую вас. Чмоки-чмоки. And we forgot to pronounce the sentences out loud. I will give you time to repeat. Try to imitate my pronunciation. В тексте было одно новое слово. Линда открыла словарь и нашла это слово. Теперь она знает это слово. Very good. Целую вас. Чмоки-чмоки. Муа.